What's up, guys? This is Mad Squash 924 here, and welcome back to Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, Part 20. We're here on Dantooine, just roaming the, well, now the courtyard of the Enclave, and we're just trying to explore now. Looks like we're gonna be really interrupted though, so let's take care of the business. Alright, so here's what I mean. If you guys remember, and I think it was an episode or two ago I mentioned this, I think it was last episode. From range, you can hit the normal attack button, and then you'll do this from a certain distance. Of course he missed, so that's just great. Wow, we're missing a lot actually, surprisingly. It's been a while since we attacked anything, considering we only had what, 2 episodes of roaming around, basically? More or less. Alright, so I'm actually gonna head in this direction and zone to the next area. There is an area you can go over this way, and you can explore it more further down, but we're gonna end up going that way later anyways. So, if we have to go there later anyways, we'll get to it when we get to it. Okay. What we got over here?
You've been holding out on us again. Since you haven't given us enough money, I guess we're gonna have to take it out of you piece by piece.
No, please! Take my wife and children instead. Anything!
He's alive? Oh.
Wife and children. Sounds like a good idea.
That's pretty freaking gross. It's pretty nasty. Let's see, how do we want to handle this? You could do that, and then do a bunch of these. And then T3, I kind of want you to start attacking the Duros warriors, I think.
Yes.
Alright, let's go. It's pretty tanky. There we go. Let's take the rest of them out. I can't believe how much we're missing. We have a plus 12 to hit, and we're missing quite frequently, surprisingly enough. Kind of messed up. Okay, got some stuff. A repair kit for T3. And a blaster carbine, which isn't the best weapon in the world. It's 1d8 and it crits on 19s. You know, it's just a blaster rifle, more or less. I mean, it looks decent. This, I believe, leads to the Metale's house, and I believe we'll end up going there eventually as well anyways, so I probably don't have to explore this direction. I mean, there's this house. We can't actually go in it right now, so we should keep that in mind for a later update. So far, we're just having a peaceful time running around. And I'm okay with that. Truth be told. More calf hounds. There we go. There's a hit. They don't seem to do a whole lot, which is good. They're doing very minuscule damage. I can't believe how much we're freaking missing. That's kind of crazy. Why is that? We have a plus 12 to hit. Are we just rolling really poorly? We usually don't miss that frequently. And we almost died. So that's always a good thing. Maybe it's because this probably isn't the best group of people to bring along. Possible. Oh, and there's another zone out area that leads to the Sandrol's estate. which I think we'll end up going to the backside of at a later date as well. Hello, Baluk. Apprentice, your arrival here is well timed. Who are you? I am Baluk, a Jedi from the Enclave. I was sent by the Jedi Council to investigate a killing that took place here a few hours ago. Communication does not pose a problem, as both the suspects and I speak Basic and Huttese. I was going to handle this case myself, but now that you are here, this could be an excellent opportunity for you to demonstrate how well you have been learning your lessons at the Academy. Though you're not yet a full Jedi, perhaps you could assist me in sorting out the truth from the lies. Okay, what exactly do you want me to do? Listen to the stories given by the two suspects, of course. I have brought an information retrieval droid with an access to archives both at the Jedi Enclave and the planetary capital. I will use my wisdom and experience to offer you some guidance, but I will not solve the case for you. There is little benefit if you do not solve this problem yourself. Consider each man's account and check the facts with the information droid. Once you have gathered all the evidence you think you need, run through the possible scenario with me. If you are unable to come to a satisfactory resolution, then I will take these men to the Enclave and deal with this myself. According to the accounts of the participants, these three men were out here in the field together earlier, before the clouds broke. I find that very odd, for the most people would seek shelter indoors when the sky is filled with dark storm clouds, as it was earlier today. But that is not the most puzzling aspect of said case. The dead man called Netic was shot in the back with a blaster rifle. A rifle was found nearing his body with bloodstains on it, and it has been sent to the Enclave for analysis. Two other men were found at the scene when I arrived. One was Hansen Gould, he was unarmed, and the other was Rickard Lusov, who was carrying a hunting laser. Both men say they did not see anything, and that they came across the body, but both also accused the other. Obviously there is more to this than we have been told. Okay. It's a lot to take in, I guess. Is there anything else I should know? There is one last thing. When I arrived, Hansen was holding his side, and Rickard was favoring one of his legs. You would do well to remember this as we progress through the case. If there's anything else you need, I will remain here while you question the witnesses. Alright, we have a regular old murder on our hands. Let's take a look at the body. The body of Calder Netic. He was apparently shot from behind with a blaster.
Greetings, Apprentice. You must be the one Master Baluk has enlisted to help him with this problem. I am an information retrieval droid. I can assist you by accessing the records of both the Jedi Enclave and the central government facilities here on Dantooine. If you have any need of my services, please do not hesitate to talk to me. I have already retrieved some information from the archives on Calder Netic, Rickard Lusov, and Hansen Gould. I have also had time to examine the body of Mr. Netic. Is there any information you require?
Alright, let's start. So, what did you find on the boat? Well, what did you find out about the body, rather?
My preliminary analysis of the body indicates that he was killed approximately 3 hours ago by a single energy blast to the torso. Is there any other information you need?
Tell me about the plains here.
These plains are rife with wild animals, not all of them benign. The Iriars are mostly docile, but can easily be provoked to violence. Calfhounds, on the other hand, are much more deadly. There have been over 35 catalogued attacks on settlers by calfhounds in the last 2 weeks. A general advisory was given out 3 days ago to carry a weapon at all times when on the plains. Small farms and holdings dot the plains and can provide safe refuge for those in need. Is there any other information you need?
Okay, I'll have more questions later, I suppose.
I will be here to assist you.
Alright. Might as well heal myself up a little since we're still hurt, apparently.
Another
Hello.
Jedi, huh? Helping that Twi'lek investigate, no doubt. He seems stumped. I'm Rickard Lusov. Maybe you can figure this out and let me get out of here.
Alright, so, I'm here to investigate you. My name is Squash, and, I just need to know what is going on here. What happened?
Well, I was out hunting Iriaz when I spotted one over here by the bridge. I pull out my rifle and aim at it. I couldn't see it that well, mind you, because the damn sun was in my eyes. So I shoot it and it drops. I walk over here and find Handon standing over Calder's body. So why don't you get this whole farce over with and send that whiner Handon to the prison he belongs in?
Okay. And what about you, Mr. Handon, Mr. Gould?
Ah, greetings. You must be assisting Master Baluk in his investigation. I'm Handon Gould. Perhaps you've heard of me?
No? Should I have?
I guess under the circumstances, no. Well, I presume you wish to hear my story then. I shall tell you, of course, but there's not much to it. I'm sure that you'll agree that Rickard is quite obviously guilty of murder. You see, I was out here running earlier today. Yes, running. I do that a lot. Can't stand speeders, never use them. Keeps me in shape, too, you know. Anyway, I was out running on the other side of that bridge there, and all of a sudden I heard a shot coming from over here. I ran over and found this man Calder lying on the ground, dead.
And you saw the killer?
I saw Rickard come skulking out of the shadows of the rocks south of the river, and I knew something was wrong. I hit my emergency button and called the Enclave right away. Well, there. That's my story. Now, please hurry this up and arrest Rickard so I can get on with my day.
Interesting.
So, what do you want to know?
And he was hunting Iriaz, we know that. Baluk said you were limping. Are you hurt?
Well, I kind of sprained my ankle running through the bush before I found the body, but it's nothing that serious. Right.
Okay.
How can I be of further assistance?
He was out here running. We asked what happened. You apparently are holding your side. Are you alright? Are you injured?
Injured? No, of course not. Why would I have been? Fit as a bantha. I run. I don't know if I mentioned that. Of course. Of course. Listen, if you need anything, I shall be glad to assist.
Yes, is there something I can do to help you in this investigation? I guess I want to discuss the murder. Very well, we should start at the beginning. If you find the truth behind each piece of the puzzle, we will no doubt resolve the case. Handon said he was nearby and heard a shot and ran over to find Calder's already dead. He said Rickard came out of the shadow of the rocks holding a blaster in his hands. Rickard said that he was hunting Iriaz and saw one through the glare of the sun and shot at it. It is possible that Rickard may have been shot Calder accidentally and Handon may have found the body. That it seems a very unlikely explanation, but it is more likely that at least one of them is lying. Obviously one of these men is not telling us something, but where does the truth lie? Let's see. It doesn't seem that bright outside. It's kind of cloudy actually. I think Rickard is lying. And why do you believe that? There's also no Iriaz, that's true. But it was cloudy and there was no sun glare. Yes, well done. It was very cloudy this morning. If it had happened, as Rickard said, the sun would have not been visible at the time of the killing. You seem to have caught Rickard in a bit of a lie. It seems I was correct in assuming you could help me with this case. This lie doesn't prove Rickard guilty, of course, but I think you have taken the first steps in unraveling this mystery. But we should proceed on to the next point. We find a motive for the killing. Maybe you should talk to the man about the relationship with said victim. If there's anything else you need, I will remain here while you question the witnesses. Okay, let's see. So Rickard lied to us. Let's start with Rickard.
So, what do you want to know?
Alright. Okay, we got some stuff here. Did you know the victim?
I knew him. Hell, we've known each other for a good long time. Doesn't mean I really have to have liked the slime ball. Maybe I shouldn't be so hard on him, especially now that he's dead. We actually got along pretty well most of the time. We just had our differences. We were actually business partners. We were involved in some orbit-to-ground transport operations for Aerotech. Can I leave now? I should probably be the one to give the news to his wife. So, what do you want to know?
Let's see. Why would somebody want to kill him?
You Jedi are so predictable. Always seeing some greater purpose behind everything, when the simple answer is usually the right one. Can't you see that it must have been Handon? I found him standing over the damned body. I don't know why this is causing you so much trouble. You almost seem as lost as this Baluk guy.
Can I see something
So,
else?
What do you want to know?
Do we have anything out here? Why were you out here? He told us. Why would somebody want to kill him? Alright. Right.
How can I be of further assistance?
Did you know the
I know him
victim?
a little bit, but I was not any sort of great friend to him or anything. I never really associated with him that much. In truth, I didn't really want to. He had a reputation. Very inconsiderate of family, I heard. But merely having heard unkind things about someone wouldn't make me want to kill him.
Nobody said you killed him
I'm
yet.
sorry, I'm getting a bit agitated. Why must we remain here? Can't you see that Rickard must have shot him? How can I be of further assistance?
That's it, huh?
Of course, of course.
Is there anything on the body we can check? No.
Is there any other information you need?
Possibly. What can you tell me about Calder and Handon?
Southwood Speeder Rental Business has records that over the past 7 weeks, a speeder had been rented by Mr. Reddick and Mr. Gold. Is there any other information you need?
Really? Said he didn't really know him. What can you tell me about Calder and Rickard?
According to the municipal authorities near the Gallon spaceport, there have been news of violent drunken activity in the cantina attached to the port. Apparently, a Mr. R. Lusov was making accusations at a Mr. C. Netting about cheating him in a business deal. Jedi Tuka was dispatched to the scene and restored order. Is there any other information you need?
Interesting.
Very well.
Well,
So, what do you want to know?
so, you thought Calder was cheating on you, huh? Well, not cheating on you. That would make him sound like they were, you know, having a little thing together. But cheating you out of a business deal.
Now, I don't love Calder, but we go back a long way. We run a suborbital shipping and transport company out of Garang Spaceport. We've been partners in that business for well over 20 years, and we've been doing just fine the way we are.
Okay. Well, that's all for now.
How can I be of further assistance?
You also knew Calder better than you admit. You said, according to the droid, you rented a speeder from him.
But I realize this must seem like a motive to you, but I assure you it isn't. I dislike Calder, true. I would punch his face in given the opportunity, but I would not kill him.
Also, a fact to think about, he says he loves running. He doesn't use speeders, and yet he rented one with him. Interesting. Why would you want to punch his face?
My wife was cheating on me with him. I slept in my own bed while I was in the next room. But, as much as I may hate him for that, I could not kill him. It may have been my own fault for driving my wife away. I must try not to take the law into my own hands. I was just out running, trying to clear my head for the divorce proceedings, not stalking him to kill him. Running is not a crime.
Right. Of course
How can
it's
I be
not.
of further assistance? Of course.
Okay. Okay. Well, but look, it seems they both have a motive so far. Yes, this is something I can do to help you in said investigation. We don't want to discuss the murder. Well, we know Rickard lied about the sun blinding him while he was shooting, but we need more to go on. Let's examine the relationship of each man with the victim. Handon told me he barely knew the victim. On the other hand, Rickard and the victim were business partners. However, according to Rickard, they got along quite well. On the surface, neither man seems to have a motive for killing Calder. Well, Handon is lying. They're both lying, but Handon is. And why do you believe such a thing? Well, because he knew his wife was cheating on him. Well, that certainly is a motive for murder. The case is taking shape. However, you mustn't jump to any quick conclusions. Perhaps you should focus on the murder weapon itself. Now, you might want to see what information witnesses and the information droid can be found about the blaster found near the body. Is there anything else you need? I will remain here while you question the witnesses. So I think I got that one wrong. I mean, he wasn't lying, I guess. I should have caught a lie. So I think Rickard was technically lying again, but that's fine.
Is there any other information you need?
Tell me about the weapon found at the scene.
Get any more specific analysis from that sample, other than the fact it did not belong to Calder. Is there any other information you need?
Interesting. Very interesting.
I will be here.
So, what do you want to know?
What about the weapon that was found on the body?
That blaster? Never seen it before. Calder himself had a preference for Echani weaponry. He had this one really nice light blaster rifle that he always used. Always wished I could get myself a rifle like the one he had. That blaster ain't it, though. Calder only had the one rifle, too, so he either must have borrowed that, or it's someone else's.
Okay.
Right.
I thought enemies spawned back there. It's just more of the bodies of the Kath hounds.
How can I be of further assistance?
What do you know about the weapon found at the
That
body?
blaster was stolen from my house last week. I never knew what happened to it. I hardly have enough money to afford a single blaster, let alone another. I can't tell you how important it is to have a weapon on hand with all these ravenous Kath hounds around. Even an Iriaz can take a man down if it gets in the mood. Every settler has a weapon. It's our most prized possession. I would most appreciate it if I could have that back after you determine that Rickard is the killer. How can I be of further assistance?
You wanted to kill Calder for having an affair with your wife? Nah, I mean, that's just throwing accusations out.
Of course.
Right. How are we gonna catch someone in a lie here? Ah, here we are. Is there a report of Handon's blaster being stolen?
I'm sorry, but I seem to be failing. I have searched and searched, but I cannot seem to come up with anything at all. I thought to find the record of the missing weapon report Mr. Gould filed with the authorities, but there does not seem to be one. Is there any other information
Really?
you need?
Interesting.
Very well.
How can I be of further assistance? Of course.
Okay, we got nothing here. We can tell Baluk about it, though. He's definitely lying this time, though. Discuss the murder. So, what have you determined about the weapon found by the body? Let's see. Blaster's Handons, he lied about it being stolen. The Blaster's Handons, but he reported it's stolen. Blaster didn't belong to the victim. It's possible that it was stolen, he never filed a report. But he said he reported it. Right? Blaster's Handons, but he reported it's stolen. Did he report it being stolen?
How can I be of further assistance? That blaster was stolen from my house. I hardly have enough money to afford a single blaster, let alone another. I can't... Even an Iriaz can take... I would most appreciate it. How can I be of further assistance?
No, he did not. He did not
course,
say it was
of course.
stolen. Like, he didn't report it. Okay. He lied about it being stolen. So we caught Handon in a lie. Interesting, but I think we may need one final piece of the puzzle. There was a blood sample on the weapon that had been sent back for analysis just before you arrived. Perhaps you could inquire with the information droid about it. Is there anything else you need? I will remain here while you question the witnesses. Okay. This is gonna be nothing still.
Is there any other information you need?
Tell me about this blood
I
sample.
just received back an analysis of a sample of the blood found on the weapon. It had been sent back to the Enclave just before you arrived. The blood on the weapon is definitely not Calder's. Unfortunately, there was a bacterial contaminant in the sample that had been taken back to the laboratory, and it had become degraded. We cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample other than the fact he did not belong to Calder. Is there any other information you need?
We do realize that Handon is actually holding his side, but he only has a limp.
So, what do you want to know? Well,
Are you hurt?
kind of. Right.
No. Apparently not. Not that hurt.
How can I be of further assistance?
Are you hurt?
Of course.
Right.
Of course.
Okay, so we got nothing other
How
than
can I
it
be of
didn't belong to
further
them. Unless there was other options I didn't see. Want to kill him? Why were you out here? You're holding side, you're
course.
injured. Nothing more right now. Got it. Interesting.
So, what do you want?
Cheating on you. Victim. Why were you here? Why would somebody want to kill him?
Well,
Said you're limping. Are you hurt?
right.
Nothing. Right.
Is there any other...
Tell me about the blood sample. Which I think we already did.
The blood on the weapon. We cannot get any more
Yes, and
specific-
degraded.
Is there any other information? Very
And it's
well.
not Calder's. So I guess we talked to Baluk about it. Let's discuss the murder. I assume the blood on the weapon belongs to the victim, but I want it to be thorough. What have you learned about the blood on the weapon? Well, it didn't belong to the victim, actually. Well, that is indeed surprising. So the blood must belong to one of the suspects, but which one? I mean, it's definitely Handon's blood. He's clutching his side. Why do you believe that? Well, because he actually is clutching his side. Handon, you have been moving oddly since I arrived. Perhaps we should examine him a little more closely.
Hey, what are you doing?
There is blood. Handon appears to have suffered some sort of blaster wound to his side. It would seem there is one logical scenario that Handon killed Calder for having an affair with his wife. Rickard was out hunting and accidentally shot Handon after he had killed Calder. No, I actually disagree. See, since Rickard was in fact just out here, and there obviously was no sun glare, and he got shot, I think that Rickard shot Handon by mistake. And when he was aiming after, Calder. Is that his name, Calder? Yes. A bold conclusion. One of most people will not arrive at, but we are not like most people. We are Jedi, after all. Still, I would like to know how you came to this conclusion. We know Calder having an affair with Handon's wife, but what possible motive could Rickard have for wanting Calder dead? We know Calder was having an affair with Handon's wife, but what possible motive could Rickard have for wanting Calder dead? He was also having an affair with Handon's wife? No. Rickard thought Calder was cheating him in business. He wanted to rob Calder. I just have a hunch. Rickard thought Calder was cheating him in business. Yes, well done. Both men had a reason to want Calder dead. This is my theory of this morning's events. Both men knew Calder would be out here this morning, and each plotted to kill him. Handon found him first and shot him because of the affair Calder having with his wife. Shortly after, Rickard arrived on the scene. From a distance, he saw Handon and thought it was Calder, so he shot him in retaliation for the credits Calder cheated him out of their business. Handon would have dropped his blaster, the one found at the scene covered in blood. He probably thought Rickard was going to kill him, so he called us, hoping he could convince us it was Rickard.
Damn both of you.
That is enough. The culpability of both of you in the murder and attempted murder of Calder Netic is evident. Additionally, Rickard Lusov can be charged with aggravated assault and attempted murder of Handon Gould. I place you both under arrest of the Jedi Order, and I will resort you to holding facilities in the Jedi Enclave. Escort, excuse me. Can't read. You have done well here. It is obvious you have been studying your lessons very carefully. I'll be sure to inform the Jedi Council of your performance in this little test. Aww. Thanks, T3. Aww. That's cool. I never actually brought T3 during this event, so that's cute. That's something totally new for me. Good day, may the force be with you. That's cool. I didn't know T3 did that. That's awesome. Nice. That is very cool. I like that quite a bit. It is the end of the episode, so I actually will switch people out again. Let's see. Canderous is actually the lowest level. In fact, I think I'll talk to Canderous on the next episode. Who did we bring last time? Mission? Yeah, we did. So I was thinking of Mission and I think Canderous. They were together before. But I'll bring both of them this time. And we'll level him up. I can put his strength up to +3. But he has, yeah. He has a +2 right now. If I give him a +3, he probably doesn't really need it. Because it's melee. But it would be nice to get this extra stat. I think it's a wasted stat I'm getting, but it's okay. It's fine. I think Master Toughness for him would be very beneficial. And I'd like to see if I can equip anything on them that'd be more adequate for them. And as well as Karth, apparently. Because Karth apparently still has a lot of stuff that is not the best. His armor is also not upgraded. Because it only has 6 to 4. I think it's not upgraded in any way. What's his dexterity bonus? He's a +3. His chance to hit is 7 to 12. If I change it to this, it's still 7 to 12 plus 15. Still plus 15. It doesn't matter which, apparently. It's just a max dexterity bonus, too. So if I do this, is this going to make this +2? Yes, it does. Okay. But he has a +3, so we can wear +3s. And it actually improves his armor, possibly. So that's something to keep in mind that I totally didn't realize. Because it restricts his dexterity bonus. 6 to 4. I mean, actually, it's still the best for him. Which is unfortunate. And this is 7 to 3. I mean, 8 to 3, excuse me. And his dex bonus is pretty poor. So we actually can wear even something tankier if we had it. But we don't. Dex bonus for that is +5. That's crazy. I actually don't even need... Actually, technically don't need this armor. If I need armor, I could wear this for now. And then I can give this to Karth. Yeah. It makes him better. Why not? That's something that's to keep in mind, I guess. Cool. And, I mean, I don't really like the look of this suit, but it's something new. It's something different. It gives more defense. But our dexterity bonus is 0. So we actually don't even need anything with a dexterity bonus on it, because it doesn't give us anything. So that's something that I didn't realize that's how it worked. I played this game for how many years and I didn't know that? Stupid me. Regardless. This is where we're going to end today's episode of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, make sure you leave a like, leave a comment, tell me what you guys think of today's episode. And if you're new to my channel, I've been watching for a little while, but you want to watch this, feel free to subscribe to me, MadSquash924, and don't forget to ring the bell so you can get notified of my newest videos that are coming out. And I'll see you all on the next episode of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Bye-bye.